Yo, 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 this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, hit the honorableearners.com. Second, make sure, man, y'all know how I'm coming, man. Make sure you go to honorableearners.com and grab your CMOS Gold 92 of the 102 minerals your body is made of. With this CMOS Gold, you will get an understanding that life means good for you, that it is some good parts of life, and also the energy, the strength, how you're going to carry it, man. The women that you love. If it comes down to auntie or mommy being in the back of the house with the bags, it's like I grab all of them at one time. Down to if it come down to your wife and a bedroom. Guess what? You're going to be all right, and you're going to have an honorable time, and guess what? You're going to do it in a healthy manner. It's funny because I sit here today with a whole different mindset. It's funny because I can remember at a time my mindset was negative, negative, negative. I never thought that I would ever have the mindset of choosing something wise and positive in life. When I came home in 2010, anybody that remember me, my business was called Gel Livers. And today, I'm still under that EIN number to this day, believe it or not. But Gel Livers was a brand that Hodge made. Hodge is a nickname of mine. Hodge made that brand, and Hodge meant everything by it. He meant that he was a gel liver. Majority of my life in the can. So if you sit here and think about it, majority of my life in the can, and guess what? All I could ever come home with was gel livers. People get prison mixed up. Prison is where you go to fix your wrong, fix who you are. You know, we think the judge sent us, but it really is God putting us in a position to actually get a chance to look at ourselves and say, yo, get back on track. And a lot of times we get back on track. I don't care if you was a dude in the streets that just done drugs, hustle, whatever, you come home with a different mentality. Because within that time, your brain is actually able to mature regular. You know, it's able to mature on its own, no drugs or nothing. Everything start getting clear, face, everything. Start working out, everything in play. But somehow we missed that we were supposed to get like an education out of there. Not like a small education. Listen to me. We were supposed to get a big education. When I say a big education, I mean the schooling was free. You worked if you wanted to, or even if you didn't want to. Some guys, they made work. But for the most part, a book is something that you could read. And that's what I've done. I opened up many of books. But I never had intentions on being another person, you see. I never had intentions on going back to who I was since a child, who I was meant to be. And what I was meant to be is a man of honor. I was meant to restore honor. But somehow, some way, I got clouded by this old mentality thinking that I had to live the mindset of a damn gel liver. I had to really, oh yeah, that's how I sleep. You know how many years I slept on a bed that was on the floor because I wanted to? Even after I had got married, you know, I still would somehow want to get away and get to that bed, because I felt like that suffering and that pain was something that I was supposed to be a part of for the rest of my life. They used to say a saying, you lunch and punching the clock. And I used to say it to everybody. Holmes, what's up, homie? Oh, you working? Hiking lunch and punching the clock. Get out of here. Now I say the same thing, but this is a different mindset. Now I say it with clarity. Damn, you working, homie? You shouldn't punch the clock too much, man. You know you can start your own business, work for yourself. You know, that's the mindset I got now. But people seem to know me more than I know myself. But I noticed that when I was a negative individual where all I done was like live negativity, everybody was scared. Everybody feared for their life. Everybody ran. And I look back at myself. I look back at the old me about a week ago, and I said, damn. It took you years to separate the people that's going to accept who I am. It took me years to do that. It took me years to tune into true friends. It took me years to peep and look around and see who ain't my friends. It took me years to realize that responsibility is first, and I still, as a man, have problems because I don't like paying my own bills. I like for somebody else to pay my bills. I like to give somebody all my money and pay my bills. You know why? Because in prison, there is no bills. So for many and many years, I didn't pay bills. Taxes and things of that nature, I look at them as if I'm being jacked. Like I'm being robbed. And I am to a certain extent. But guess what? There are rules and laws of honor in every situation that you're in. So now I'm okay with paying taxes. Now I'm a taxpayer. I'm okay with owning property. I'm okay with not being a drug dealer. I'm okay with not being a guy who lives in jail. I'm okay with who I am. And a lot of people don't understand that. They say, King Gurner, you was a terrible individual at a time. I said, you know what? A lot of other people was more terrible than me. And guess what? Guess what? The people that was more terrible than me has gotten to a point where they got fed up with it and also went to a mature way. It's the losers. It's the bums. The ones who want to fight on IG. I never understood that. I mean, do you individuals love to quote unquote have attention that bad that you talk about subliminal and under the cover about an individual that'll never respond to you? When people see me, send me people pages, this person taking a shot, that person taking a shot, I look at it and say, damn, King Gurner, I never knew that I would be that strong, that powerful, that I have the frauds, the guys who hide behind the internet, do a lot of phony stuff. Somebody say, you don't feel some type of way being as though at a time you would really hunt these people down? I said, nah, I don't feel no type of way. You know why? Because no one's going to hunt me down. Anybody that really knows me, everybody else say to themselves, leave him alone. Because bothering me could wake up something that I never want to see again. Bothering me is called getting in my way, in my space. You know, I wouldn't suggest it. The reason why I wouldn't suggest it is because I'm going to come out on top every time. A lot of y'all speak crime. A lot of y'all speak what's going on in the streets, and y'all don't know a law. Some of you guys, and I'm not being disrespectful, but y'all can't read and write. So how can you not read and write and want to go through something with anybody when you want to take time out to sit down and at least learn the life sentence you're going to be getting by the nonsense that you're, you know, keeping going on? It's weird because it's like you would think men would have things to do with their lives, you know? When I say things to do with their lives, like women, money, businesses, entertaining, something else other than figuring out how to ride another man's manhood. It just doesn't make no sense to me. I would think that men would want to be men and let women do that. You know, I mean, but like I said, it's that mentality that we all live by. I had a guy jump in my comments today on Instagram. The kitten jumps in my comment and say, RAYFUL Edmond, I can't wait till he come home. He's going to be a rich guy. I'm not dealing with that type of rich one. Anybody that comes here, to this, they know they dealing with honor. It doesn't have a value of cash or a coin. If you don't have your honor intact, you can't go to bed at night and sleep well. I know I couldn't. You know, some of the dishonor I hear about these guys, getting hands put on them and things of that nature, and yet they're still able to move around and act like nothing happened. I'm not promoting violence here, but I am promoting that you don't allow nobody to disrespect you or dishonor you face to face. You got to go first, man. You can't play games when it comes to that, because guess what? You got to get home to your family. And I realize and I know, playing games, some dudes don't get home to their family. So you take the jail livers, take the street mentality, you take all that, and you know what? I grab it by the hand and choke it and throw it down, because none of it got no benefit to me. I didn't benefit nothing of it. All the clout, oh, that's the ball, so-and-so, oh man, he this, that, and the third. It didn't benefit me anything. It couldn't get me a brand new house. It couldn't get me my children to love me. It couldn't do none of that. You know what it done? It destroyed, and it never helped rebuild. I had to rebuild myself by going what? To a Los Angeles with the Isla, and then getting this honorable CMOS gold and really taking it and really understanding that, look, that guy's a sucker, don't pay attention to him. That guy's a sucker. He's a sucker, King Burner. Keep working out on the treadmill. He's a sucker. Do some jumping backs. He really don't want no trouble. You know that. You know that. They just want you to go to jail because they're jealous. Keep doing your jumping jacks. Now down to the burpees. Because if you don't do that, you're going to lose all the way around. The goal is for them. Some of these guys are so strange, they just want to die. So their goal is get tough in front of you. Boom, 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 boom. Man down. Boom. Trial. Boom. Pointing. You're over. Whole life done that quick. Because you didn't make a rational decision. You say, how did you get yourself put in that position? Well, you was around a sucker. That's why. How did you end up around that pecan, man? Not a nut. We're talking a bigger nut. How did you get around that pecan? Well, the reason why I got around him, man. Come on, man. The only thing these guys that was before us that got a whole bunch of money or that claimed honor or respect or loyalty had over us was they learned how to save their money. I never could understand that in the streets. I never understood, like, dudes was really having their money put up. Like, hi, this is an antique. I hold it, I got this much money. I never could do that. You know why? I didn't respect the money. Working, I know how to save now. Business, I know how to save now. Because you respect what you work for. But a lot of these dudes, they don't work for nothing. You know what they do? They figure out how to buy a fresh lay, get with a chick, get under a chick, live with her, sit in her crib, dirty socks, nothing honorable going on, and every chance they get, they want to seem like they thorough. They got to talk out loud about who they are. Bottom line, they got to talk out loud about who they are. I came with the best antidote. The best antidote for all of it. Family and only the brothers and friends that you love. Other than that, if you're my age, 41 years old, ain't no way your goal should be to be talking about shoot 'em up, bang, bang stories and hanging around and just doing nothing all day. You got to find something to do productively, because guess what? At 41 years old, I got about a 20-year period where I could retire. And I got to put that work in. You hear me? When I say work, I got to put my catalog together. Go look at how many videos I got up. Look how hard I've been working. Nix everything goes. Forget all the views I get. Forget any money I get behind any of this. And just pay attention to something here. Pay attention. Look at the honor in this. Look at the honor. I worked for mines. Now, youngin', you just come home from the joint. You done went back. You came home, went back. You keep thinking it's about clothes when you get home. It's not about clothes, little homie. You know what it's about? It's about rebuilding that mindset back up. You see, you got guys like the Red ALPO. You got guys like the guy RAYFUL coming home, you know. This guy, he gonna think that he's because he's rich in money that he can rule the world. I mean, this guy, listen to me, this guy, this mutt, RAYFUL Edmonds, will actually pay men to bring him other men to knock him down as another man. Where's the honor in these moles? Where's the honor in these kittens? And when I say moles, I'm not talking about the ones who are cool with saying who they are. I'm talking about the kittens that are hiding their identity, claiming to be 100% stand up, but yet running around with the boys that like boys. Y'all think everybody is stupid, everybody is dumb, but we're not. We just don't care to correct you in that error anymore. You're correcting yourself every day in your conscience. We have to build a unity where all men worldwide honor their lives, and guess what they do? Just pay attention here. They make sure that they tell one another the truth. You my homie, you my youngin', I'm gonna tell you, hey bro, ain't no use of you swinging around or being around up your old neighborhood, going around where they doing all the hustling and all that now, because it's gonna be the same pattern. You're gonna go in and out of jail. Then you never know when you're swinging on these corners. Your daughter's mothers, or your son's mothers, or whatever the case may be, or if it's the other way around, it's the women swinging out there. Husbands, boyfriends riding by. What's going on? Why are you up here at this age in your life? Children asking their fathers, Daddy, I just seen you on so-and-so and so-and-so. Why were you standing out there? It was cold. Well, you look like you were cold, Dad. You look like you were high. Were you smoking a cigarette or something, Dad? No, son. Well, go in your room and do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, next morning you get up back to the same corner, adults, grown-ups, man. We got to get it together mentally. Mentally first. The only way you're going to get it together mentally first is if you take it to Allah. Take it to God first, man. After that, everything falls in play easy. And guess what? He'll bring your enemies to you, right to your feet. Right to your feet. So humble and pious when they see you. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dang, I can humble the line like you have some good smackers. What's going on with you? How you feeling? Oh, I'm good, Aki, and you know. And you'd be like, wow, I thought this was an enemy of mine. Allah does as he wills. It's up to you to guard and protect your family and your soul. You. And I'm not saying that you got to protect your soul just by having a pistol on you and a vest, you know, because you can have 3 or 4 of them on you. If Allah means for you to go, you go, whether right or wrong. But at the end of the day, I just want to know. Tell me, RAYFUL Edmonds, what did it benefit you? You've been in jail majority of your life. You come home, you're going to be doing whatever you was doing before, and guess what? 9 times out of 10, you won't have a friend because everybody dislikes you for telling on them. You're a rat, right? All right then. So at the end of the day, what you think you're teaching the children, you're not. Because you got King Ernie here to give them the understanding, like, shh, don't go that route. See, I went to jail, stood tall, came home, changed my life. Them rats, they go to jail, come home, never change their life. They go right back and forth because they feel like they got that special key, the in and out key. And, you know, I'm just here to allow you to know that RAYFUL Edmonds, he ain't had no beautiful life. He ain't had no fun life. He couldn't live in no real penitentiary. He couldn't. He lived in Lewisburg for as long as possible, and then they got him out of there. You hear me? And if he was to ever lived on a compound again, he was paying what he was weighing. You hear me? Don't ever think that these guys live, say, 6ix9ine. Oh, yeah, 9 times out of 10, he might come out another 2-3 years. But guess what? I promise you this. Whenever he does come out, for the rest of his life, he's going to be running from his own fear. They're looking for me, because he's paranoid like that. He already was paranoid. Remember, he was scared after the first kidnapping. He just was giving up on life, period. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's the type of guy that might try to take himself out of there, even if he gets 2-3 years. But most of the times, they'll lead him down the buildings for a couple of years, had him telling everybody, because he's going to mess around and tell so much that they're going to be like, something is wrong. How do you know so much still? They're going to find out he's still in the mix. He's the type of guy get home, get right back in it, man. So, you know, you got to watch out for it. But I'm just letting you that 6ix9ine ain't going to handle it easy. It's not going to be an easy thing for him because even after prison, like I said, his conscience is going to kill him over and over. Then he got the baby mother. She not going to never let him live down. He was a rat. And I don't know how strong his Mexican family is or if he have any Mexicans that's in the family that's in the gang, they won't accept him. One thing I can say about him, they won't deal with him. As a rat, they won't deal with him. Bottom line, you know, nobody won't deal with him. You know, ALPO, he's living a miserable life. All these guys are living miserable lives, man. All the rats are living miserable lives. I'm just keeping it real. AZ50, I hear he don't even come out. When he does come out, he got to have like 2, 3 people with him walking and all that, like, because he's paranoid, you know. He's paranoid from the things that he caused upon himself. That's what it bothers me with all of us. You know, I'm not dumb because I'm not a rat, but the criminals, even the ones that, you know, that done wrong things in life, you know, like, come on, we can't accept that mindset around our children. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one time, I'm maturing so much. At one time, I used to bang, yeah, I might talk a little jazz around my son. Yeah, son, you see how we carried it? Come on, nah, I don't want my son to know nothing about that nonsense. Going in and out of jail, being a bum. And when I say being a bum, I ain't talking about money-wise. It's bums that's rich. Bums that just don't get an understanding that we got to change the pattern. Bottom line. These guys ain't special. Nicky Barnes out here, miserable life. Miserable life. So all these men that you saw that went to jail, they done a lot of time. And the ones that didn't, they're still living a miserable life because they don't have no friends. So please, youngers, don't think that this is everything. I gave y'all the example of how I carried it, right? How did I carry it, right? What I tell y'all? How I was. The most ignorant, negative, disrespectfulest person that you could ever walk amongst the streets or be amongst. And guess what? I took it to my Lord. When I took it to my Lord, I started taking the CMOS. And guess what? Now everybody's getting a pass, man. To the point people dare say my name like that, playing with me on these different social medias. They know they can. They're like, his ain't gonna do nothing to us. His thorough, like he on his joint. Say his name, he probably be cool with you getting some views, man. It don't matter. Go ahead and say his name, man. He don't care. He's not gonna do nothing to you because you say, dummy, you're saying it on social media. What is he gonna do? So that's how they think in these times. So when you see a dude doing that, knowing that's what he's doing, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me because I'm on social media. They want the whole world to know. So youngins, why even get yourself wrapped up in that? Y'all got too much going on for yourselves. Some of y'all going to school. Some of y'all getting into that little military programs that's in schools. Some of y'all doing gymnastics. Some of y'all playing basketball. A lot of y'all playing football. Y'all winning. Why even care about anything that's going on outside of the positivity of what you're doing? I'm King Renner from the Honor Your Life campaign. You got to worry about you. You can't worry about nobody else. And you got to throw all that nonsense that you had in your life, it was in your heart, in your mind, you got to throw that somewhere. Get on your knees and pray to your Lord, and guess what? Take the CMOS school. King Renner, live and direct. Be sure to get the honorableearners.com. I'm telling y'all, don't miss out on that, man. Don't miss out on it. Oh, and if there's any problem with your order, please don't feel like, I don't want to say nothing to King Renner. I don't want to say nothing to him, man, because, no, say something to me because I have people working for me now. So I want you guys to say something. So you can say something personally to me at 1-888-859-2623, extension 285. When you call, don't play on the line. It's not gonna do nothing. You just have people that work for me that be looking like, these people are really strange like that. Let's work harder. The hate makes you want to do what? Work harder. And if you're in the section of the Logan section of Philadelphia, be sure to stop by with your taxes and go get you a car at, if I'm not mistaken, it might be the 4850 Rockland or Ruscombe, one or the other. Man, Lord forgive me. I'm going to bring the information back to y'all. It's a car lot that I want you guys to go. It's on 5th Street, 4855 5th Street or 4850 5th Street. I want you guys to stop by there and get you a vehicle, man. It's tax season. Get your honor intact. Don't be running around here with a, you know, riding a slingshot. I mean, it's cool to ride a slingshot too. But I'm saying, when I ain't talking about the joint off the top, I'm talking about a slingshot you make. You know, get yourself something nice, man. King Earner live and direct. Y'all see the cars that I got coming out. You know, we restoring a lot of honor. Fairfolk, California is where the new C-March packaging and delivery will be taking place. That way I can be able to hit the West Coast and the East Coast at the same time. King Earner live and what? Direct.